What's up? I'm Jeff Haynes from Tech Bargains, and this is the video review of the Samsung Series 7 gamer laptop. If you decide to include the phrase gamer as part of the product title for your laptop, there are a couple of things that consumers will probably expect from your computer. We're talking about the machine being very fast, very powerful, and having an immersive visual and audio presentation. The Samsung Series 7 gamer packs a lot of optimized equipment in a compact space for maximized performance. But is this the perfect desktop replacement for you? This is what we found out. The specs of the Series 7 gamer we reviewed was powered by a 3rd generation Intel Core i7-3610QM processor running at 2.3 GHz that can be boosted up to 3.3 GHz via turbo. It came with 16 GB of DDR3 RAM and was supplemented by an Nvidia GeForce GTX675M video card with 2 GB of graphical memory. It comes with two 750 GB hard drives spinning at 7200 RPM for a grand total of 1.5 terabytes, as well as an 8 GB express cache solid-state drive to accelerate launches of frequently used programs. The computer displays content on a 17.3-inch Super Bright Plus LED backlit display with a native resolution of 1920 by 1080. The computer comes with a Blu-ray drive, 7-in-1 memory card reader, and 2-megapixel webcam. Rounding out the specs are two USB 3.0 and two USB 2.0 ports, HDMI and VGA ports, and Dolby Home Theater V4 surround sound speakers. The first thing we were immediately struck by was the design of the Series 7 gamer, which fully embraces the aesthetic of the desktop replacement instead of the trend towards razor-thin ultrabooks and very slim laptops. Now, a lot of competing desktop replacements try to make systems stand out with splashes of color, interesting shell treatments, or accents. The Series 7, by contrast, is all business with a glossy black plastic lid that has an interesting brush pattern set in the center of the device. It's countered by brushed metallic accents on the bottom plank and the hinges of the system. As a result, there's a very slick, elegant, and visually appealing look to the computer, particularly when it's turned off. Turn the system on, however, and you start to get some additional enhancements to the design, such as the LED lighting at the base of the touchpad. The keyboard is also backlit as well, and there are LEDs that encircle the buttons and options on the control bar. It's rather striking when everything is fully turned on. What also stands out about the system are the multiple control features with the Series 7 gamer. For example, on the control bar at the top of the keyboard, there are touch-sensitive buttons to handle your brightness, volume, and Wi-Fi. Additionally, users can quickly toggle up to 8 levels of brightness for the backlit keyboard with the press of a few buttons, so you can tailor your setup to meet your personal needs. But the most immediate feature has to be the 4 performance modes of the system that can be toggled by turning the mode dial on the right side of the computer. Unlike other systems we've tested, which have claimed to enhance or tweak the settings of the laptop without a noticeable difference in performance, the Series 7 gamer made discernible changes to the machine. The green mode was designed to maximize the battery of the computer, squeezing every last drop of juice from the system by turning off the backlit keyboard and most of the bells and whistles. The library mode turns up the brightness of the monitor while turning the fans off and muting the laptop. The balance mode balances the power, system, and features for the computer. Essentially, it's the standard mode that most other machines operate in. Finally, there's the gaming mode, which is designed to turbocharge the system to handle any game you want to play. The gaming mode has a very noticeable transition with an LED light presentation that surrounds the speakers and pulses with each sound effect. The desktop of the machine changes as well, with a Terminator-esque look, letting you know that the system has been turbocharged. Plus, the WASD keys are illuminated in red compared to the white-blue light of the keyboard. While it's possible to play some games in the other modes, high-end games are specifically optimized with this mode, and there's a notable difference in performance. We did like much of the performance of the Series 7 gamer, which was rather impressive through our tests. The computer booted in under 30 seconds and handled everything we threw at it without a problem. Even more impressive, the system didn't get hot or loud under load regardless of what we put the machine through or how long we ran it. Desktop replacement machines are frequently ovens when you turn them on, and while we noticed a lot of heat projected from the vents on the rear of the system, the underside and the keyboard plank itself only became mildly warm. Finally, we were struck by the display of the system, which demonstrated very good angles for a laptop. Although you'd experience some darkening and color shifting as you moved away from the center of the screen, you could still gather a couple of people around and watch a movie. Plus, even though it's a glossy screen, the 400 nit brightness easily overcomes many of the glare issues that can occur, and we were able to use it in various lighting conditions without a lot of significant issues. With all this being said, it seems like the Series 7 gamer is the perfect computer. However, the more we used the machine, the more we discovered larger issues with the system. Let's start with the most immediate problem, which is that the computer is very heavy. It weighs almost 8.5 pounds, but it feels much heavier than that. As a result, you're really not going to want to carry this around with you very much. You'll want to find a desk, set it up, and never move it again. Another issue we had with the system was the audio presentation, which felt a bit thin and hollow. This was somewhat of a shock because the computer touts Dolby Home Theater V4 for its speakers and its sound. Now, it's not all bad because you can customize the sound for the system and set up different profiles for music, movies, and gaming. And if you turn the volume up to the max, you get crisp, clean, high, and mid-tones. Unfortunately, there's absolutely no low end here at all. Bass is completely missing from the system, so explosions in movies or games are completely non-existent, and the music just doesn't thump whatsoever. We also had a bit of a problem with the turbo mode, at least when it wasn't plugged in. The laptop would demonstrate a significant decrease in processor speed, which would result in dropped frames, lags in input response, and other hitches in games that would run flawlessly when the system was plugged in. Now, while we've experienced some mild throttling with other desktop replacement systems we've reviewed, it wasn't nearly as severe as what we found with the Series 7 Gamer. In fact, we only expected that the battery would be drained faster because of the turbocharging of the system, which was demonstrated by its pop-up notice. But in this case, you almost want the system to have a completely separate power port that bypasses the battery entirely, so you can keep the system plugged in if you're only interested in gaming. A feature like this would be pretty important given our last gripe, which is that the battery life of the system is horrible. Samsung says that the battery life of the computer is rated to be up to 3.7 hours, but we never got close to that in any of our tests. In fact, with the computer set in green mode, which is the battery saver mode, we were barely able to squeeze 2 hours out of the laptop before the battery drained completely. The most extreme was gamer mode, where we managed to get about 1 hour and 15 minutes unplugged before the computer died. Even worse, it took a little over 3 hours to fully recharge the battery. With endurance and performance like this, you're better off leaving the machine plugged in. At first glance, the Samsung Series 7 Gamer appears to be the perfect desktop replacement. It has loads of features, lots of power under the hood, a very good display, and it doesn't run hot during extended use. Unfortunately, the weak audio presentation, the throttled back gamer mode when unplugged, which happens to be part of the name of the laptop, and the non-existent battery life all wind up ruining what's otherwise an impressive machine. As a result, we decided to give the Samsung Series 7 Gamer laptop a 3.5 out of 5. For the latest coupons and deals on systems like the Samsung Series 7 Gamer, be sure to go to techbargains.com/laptops. To enter our monthly giveaway, make sure you always check out techbargains.com/YouTube, and to watch our video unboxings, video reviews, and exclusive video features, be sure to go to techbargains.com/videos.